The Bank of Industry commenced its annual inaugural public lecture series with the theme Creating Impact, the Role of MSME Support and Financing in Alleviating Poverty and Food Insecurity in Nigeria. The series brought together experts and stakeholders to focus on creating support and accessible financing for MSMEs in Nigeria. The lecture addressed existing measures, critical issues, and explored solutions that could help current related problems.
The lecture held on Tuesday with the theme Creating Impact, the role of micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, support and financing in alleviating poverty and food insecurity in Nigeria. It gathered ministers, professors of economics and industry leaders to discuss and inform Nigerians on measures put in place for micro, small and medium-sized enterprises. The federal government, through Dr. Doris Anite, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, addressed the food inflation and food security crisis and made known the policies and strategies put in place to curb the problem.
Current global food security crisis has been intensified as a result of conflicts around the world, pandemics and climate change, and is a significant threat facing the world, and all well-meaning organizations and MDS must come together to address this challenge. I'm therefore pleased that the BOI, by its mandate, is providing all the necessary support to MSMEs through access to finance and other intervention programs. We have recently also concluded the draft policy on and strategy for intellectual property protection to further support innovative ideas that come out from MSMEs.
Dr. Armstrong Takang, MD CEO, Ministry of Finance Incorporated, emphasized the importance of research-driven policies and financing export-oriented businesses.
We need to make sure that we gather enough data to go back and test the effectiveness and the potency of the policies that are being put in place, and the correlation between those policies and existing policies. Otherwise, what would happen, we will keep making the same mistake decade after decade, and we're surprised why we're not making progress.
Professor Adiola Adenikinju, President, Nigerian Economic Society, highlighted the benefits of the PriceSense NG dashboard and mobile app launched at the event. Also at the event, Dr. Rislanuddin Mohammed, Chief Economist, Head Strategy and Research Division, Bank of Industry, discussed the insights from the two journals launched at the event.
The app, in my view, is going to help us to have a better understanding of what drives food price inflation in Nigeria. Every household in Nigeria, every economic agent is affected by what is happening to food price inflation. So we need to know, policymakers need to know how to tackle that problem. So the app is going to help us to have data at granular level, which over time will help policymakers to know what drives inflation or what drives those prices in those locations over time and across the various locations. I think that really will help to complement current policies that government is implementing.
That is why we came up with the idea of the two journals, the Journal of Development Finance, which is technical, more academic, and but the research findings on the theoretical basis will inform policy recommendations and so on. Then we have a simpler one called the Journal of Development Review, which does not require rigorous econometric modeling and so on. But the key issue, both the two, are basically aimed at looking at Nigerian economy specific sectors, whether it is MSME, whether it is infrastructure, whether it is gender issue, whether it is youth, whether any sector of the...
Ultimately, the lecture series served as a platform for discussion and the groundwork for ongoing collaboration to foster a thriving micro, small and medium-sized enterprises ecosystem in Nigeria. Khadija Dirisu, Morning Line with Nancy.